Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Youbbuteo, the original Subbuteo vlog, and I guess, welcome to Subbuteo. Maybe you've just discovered Subbuteo, maybe you've just gone in the loft and dug a load down, maybe you've been bought it for Christmas, maybe you've been bought it for your birthday, maybe you're just going down that rabbit hole on the internet and you want to get back into Subbuteo and you're looking at videos and you're trying to find out about it. This video is here to tell you exactly what Subbuteo is, how to play it, what you can get, exactly what's going on in the Subbuteo world nowadays. In fact, what I'm going to say, if you run a Subbuteo site, if you've got a Subbuteo vlog, blog, website, shop, anything, stick a link down in the comments. Let's build this up as much as we can. If this video becomes a landing page for people looking at Subbuteo for the first time, all the information will be there in the comments. I basically want to give you lot the best welcome to Subbuteo and as much information in a really short time, in a really short period, so you can go out, go down the wormhole. That is Subbuteo. So sit down, relax, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you exactly where Subbuteo is nowadays, what you can get, how to play it, how to get involved further, and a little bit of that. Let's start with me. If this is your first time here, this is the original Subbuteo vlog, not the original Subbuteo videos on YouTube, of course, there's loads before me, but I vlog about it, I talk about it, all my social medias about Subbuteo, I collect it mainly, but I have started playing recently, which if you go through a few of my videos, you'll see a little bit about that. So if you are into your Subbuteo, make sure you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, because I always have pure Subbuteo content coming at you as well. So let's get straight into it. You've just discovered Subbuteo, you've just got back into it, you want to play a game. Let's talk about the rules of Subbuteo. So there's many a different rule to Subbuteo, loads of different rules, loads of different ways to play it. I'm not actually going to tell you how to play it here. What I'm going to do is stick a little thing up here or up here. I don't know what corner it comes in. Link definitely be down in the description to a video I did this time last year of how to play Subbuteo. Now that is a very basic video of how to play Subbuteo. Basically how to have fun with it, but there are different codes, if you like, on how to play Subbuteo. Some people like the traditional way, some people like what the game's become. Fistif, as they say. That might sound alien to you at the moment, but we will come to it a little bit later. So click this button up here or here, wherever it's come up. Down in the description will be a link to it. That will tell you how to play Subbuteo, give you some really basic rules to follow, but it won't tell you how to play because I'm not very good, if I'm brutally honest with you. Once you've been over and watched that, come back here or continue watching this and go and watch it after, and I will tell you a little bit more about Subbuteo. So what exactly is Subbuteo? Subbuteo is a tabletop football game created in 1947 by Peter Adolph, basically wanted to recreate table football. He did an advert in the Boys Own magazine before he'd even got the game together, put it out and it went crazy. And then through the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, it was huge. It was a FIFA of a day. You might have kids, you might even be a kid that plays FIFA. This is the original. This is what FIFA was when we didn't have computers. For me, it was actually computer games that probably stopped me playing Subbuteo, that and growing up. We all do it, don't we? We all get rid of our stuff and then we come back to it. But the Subbuteo silhouette, unbelievably iconic. You'll have seen that. If you're into football, you'll have seen that. Now, there are many different types of player, loads and loads of different player. There's the original flat player, which is flat, really thin base, really was designed for flicking round. And then in the 50s and 60s, they come out with these players, which were the moulded heavyweights. There was a slight different version before, and there are different versions of that as well. They have a bar going across. And then they released a lightweight figure, but not forgetting in between that, they released a zombie figure, called a zombie because it was really ugly, basically. Really bland, had no expression, looked a bit like a zombie. Then it went on to the lightweight figure, which was a bit more like the heavyweight figure, but you've guessed it by the name. It was called a lightweight because, well, it was lighter. You then had a Hasbro style figure, as it's called, one-piece base. And then the game has gradually evolved on since then and become, I'll take the mick out of this, and I always have done, and I still will do, professional. It got a little bit professional, and you get bases that were a lot flatter, that moved across the pitch, but they weren't designed for that spin technique. If you're a child of 60s, 70s, you'll be interested in a heavyweight base. They're the ones you probably used to play with as a kid. For me, 80s baby, 90s child, it was all about the lightweights. I actually really enjoy the Hasbro figures. I find they're really, really easy to play with, easy to pick up, go straight into, not have to worry about having a bad flick and the player falling over, because that's generally what I do. If, like me, you want to collect the game and you want to go out there and you want to buy every single team possible, it's near impossible. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of teams out there. But nowadays, there's people that make different players. They make slight replicas of teams that used to come before, and you can get untold amounts of painters, really unique painters, amazing detail that will paint these players up. So you can get a topspin figure, you can go on a website from Santiago, and all the links of everything I'm talking about will be down in the description as well, so you can go and click them. There's Santiago figures, there's topspin figures, there's sure shot figures, there's the professional ones now, Takas, and there's extreme bases and all sorts like that. There's loads of different websites where you can buy this from, and I will list some of them websites for you in a bit so you know exactly where you want to go and buy this stuff. But if you want to get a team painted, just say you want a team and it's really expensive, because some Subbuteo teams are unbelievably expensive. This game's quite old now. Some teams are quite expensive. Your Man United, your Arsenals, your Liverpools, they're not as expensive as you think because they're a popular side. Everyone had them. You want a Southend United, you want a low league team, you want a Santos from Brazil. They might cost you a bit of money, but there's painters out there that will paint these teams up for you. There's Callum at Westwood Table Soccer. He's also got a YouTube channel as well where he'll teach you how to paint, but he will also do you an amazingly detailed team. There's What's His Subbuteo Art. He'll do you a team. There's Argo as well, run by a chap called Jason Christopher. He'll be able to paint you up a team. There's Kits for Flicks. There's a gentleman called Paul Lloyd, and there are tons more, and there'll be links down in the description. I'm sorry to I've missed off that list because I will forget, and I do apologise. I don't mean to leave anyone out. But Subbuteo is not just about that. It's not just about buying the teams and playing the game. Let's be honest, what did we all do as a kid? We wanted to build a stadium. That's what I wanted to do when I first got back into this. When I started collecting again, it wasn't to collect it. It was just to build the stadium that I dreamt of as a kid. Remember the Subbuteo catalogues? Used to look through them. We wanted that stadium as a kid, and we didn't have money then. We only had kid money. Didn't have adult money, but now we've got adult money. We can buy stadiums. But you haven't just got to buy the traditional Subbuteo stadium nowadays. Zuego, a company that makes Subbuteo figures, who I forgot to mention earlier, they do a massive range of teams. They're absolutely fantastic. They do a flat base like the modern style, which we'll talk about in a bit. And then they also do a traditional figure, which is based on the old school heavyweight. They also make stands. They make stands, they make grandstands, they make accessories like benches. But you can also get so much of this stuff 3D printed now. You can get stadiums 3D printed. You can get dugouts 3D printed. You name it, scoreboard, get it 3D printed. Tunnel, get it 3D printed. Goals, you can get them custom made. If you do a search or go down into the description, you'll be able to find mini soccer builds, do a lot of 3D printed stuff. You'll be able to find You've Been Grounded, do a lot of 3D printed stuff as well. You'll be able to go on Subbuteo Asylum, also do a load of 3D printed stuff. And on Subbuteo Asylum as well, they do custom pitches. They work in collaboration with a gentleman called Gary Downs. He makes the most unbelievably detailed pitches. He's done a pitch for me with a running track around it. They're now doing a winter pitch, they're now doing a muddy pitch. Looks fantastic. You can get so many different types of pitches. I know we're taking a diversion here. You can get all different types of pitches. You've got the old Blaze pitch, which we all used to play on. You've got the nylon pitch from the 80s or 90s, which, let's be honest, is horrible. And you've then got the AstroTurf, which is what you're actually sitting on at the moment. The camera's actually sitting on that. You've got the AstroTurf, which plays really well. If you want to go really high in your game, you might want to get an Extreme Works pitch. You might want to go to Pegasus and buy one of their AstroTurf pitches. Pegasus stuff you can only get from Subbuteo World, who do absolutely everything Subbuteo-wise. You can get a pitch from them. You get a really nice sort of AstroTurf pitch, similar to the AstroTurfs that we used to play on them in the Extreme Works pitches. Wow, now they're grade A. They're what a lot of the professional people like to play on, and they get used at a lot of clubs as well. You can take this game wherever you want. You can just get down on the carpet and play it, or you can get a bit of MDF, strip it down, 18mm MDF, put a pitch on there, get a nice AstroTurf, and away you go. You can make it into a table. If you search out Flicks for Kicks, wow, honestly, they do 7-a-side tables, 5-a-side tables. They also do tables that look like snooker tables, and these tables are truly amazing. They do really amazing looking tables. One day I'll have one. At the moment, you're just on a table with a stadium around it. If you want to play professionally, as they say, you want to get on one of the AstroTurfs. They move fast, they move quick. Subbuteo nowadays, the people that own the license of Subbuteo, they only do 2 pitches. They do the pitch you get with the product now, which is up in one of their boxes now. The new pitch is all right. People moan about it, but the new pitch is actually all right. The goals in that box there are awful. They're absolutely atrocious. You can go on eBay, get a second-hand pitch. As I said, you can go on Subbuteo World, Extreme Works, a company called Astro Base, and you can buy decent quality pitches as well. You can play any way you want. You really can. There's so much choice out there at the moment. So I keep saying about professional game. What I mean by that is the game Subbuteo sort of fizzled out over the years, but people have kept it on going, and they've kept it going in what's known as Stiff, and it's slightly different to the old school Subbuteo, and a lot of people, a lot of traditionalists don't like it. They don't see it as Subbuteo. To be honest, I used to be one of them. I used to be one of them people. I'll be honest with you, but I've played it a little bit now, and it's all right. And to be honest, it's a great entry into the game. If you've got your Subbuteo set and you're knocking it around, there's loads of clubs out there. More and more clubs are growing. For example, I run a club, we play in a bar. It's absolutely fantastic. We play all different codes. We have people playing Stiff rules, which is the modern stuff. We have people playing casual rules. We have people making the rules up as they go along. They play how they want. But if you want to play, you want to meet people, then just head over to the ESA website. It's the English Subbuteo Association. On there, you can get all the details of any club around the country, and you'll find people are so welcoming. They don't care if you've played once. They don't care if you've played your whole life and you're coming back to it. They will guide you through it. They will have gear there for you to try out and practice. They will teach you the rules so you ain't got to use the video that I sent you to earlier. And if I'm honest, it's just fantastic to meet new people and talk about the game, because it's not just Subbuteo, is it? It's football as well. And you never know, you might be quite good. You might pick up these new flat bases and be whipping around, because that's what the game's kind of become. It's become this fast game. It's really competitive. In fact, this year at Subbuteo Fest, you see this poster hanging here. Last year we had Subbuteo Fest 2021. This year's Subbuteo Fest 2022. It's got a flats tournament. It's got a regular old school normal Subbuteo tournament. It's also got a competitive festive tournament as well. The ESA, the English Subbuteo Association, are actually trying to get the World Cup for Subbuteo over in either 2024 or 2026, which is absolutely bonkers. It seems silly to me, but I used to take the mick out of this game. I just go, oh no, it's rubbish, it's not what Subbuteo used to be. Trust me, try it. Experience it. It's alright. It's not as bad as it actually sounds. There are really so many different ways to play this game. And I'll tell you what, there's also a million different ways to enjoy this game. You haven't just got to play. There's people that collect, like I said, like me. You can trawl the websites, you can trawl eBay, you can go on Subbuteo Asylum, you can go to Subbuteo Emporium, you can go to Subbuteo Shop. Like I said, all links to these will be in the bottom. You can go to Wobbly Hobbly, there's a mix of new stuff and old stuff. You can go to Astrobase, you can get all this stuff from so many different places. There's so many different ranges. There's this range, for example, here, which came out in 2009, which is based on the lightweight, but they do kits from all around the world. For example, you can see Colombia next to Besiktas, next to Club Brugge, next to Independiente, next to Boca Juniors. There's so many ways to play this game, but it's not just about playing or collecting. It's not just about that. You might just enjoy painting. You could buy these teams. I said earlier about Santiago Table Soccer and Topspin and another website, Little Plastic Men. You can go on, you can buy Paint players that are blank. They have nothing on. You can buy your own bases, get your own coloured discs, put them all together and you can paint them yourself. Some people, not me, I'm awful at it, they find it really, really therapeutic. And as I said earlier, Westwood Table Soccer, he's done videos about it, on how to paint. He's done paint alongs, which is really good if you're into that sort of side. But you haven't just got to enjoy Subbuteo through playing it, painting it, collecting it. If you just want to sit on the sidelines, you can. There are some fantastic Facebook groups. There's a Discord channel dedicated to Subbuteo. There's some amazing content on Twitter. The Twitter family is absolutely fantastic. TikTok's taking off. If you're into TikTok, search out myself, of course, but also go and search out Gas Subbuteo as well. Honestly, it's just Subbuteo. Bang, 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 all the time on there. It's absolutely brilliant. And then there's YouTube as well. There's myself. There's What's His Table Soccer, does a fantasy football show on there. As I said, you've got Westwood Table Soccer. You've got Gas Subbuteo on there as well. You've got Game of the Day, who play out fixtures. I've done draws for them for their tournaments. They play against each other. Honestly, the commentary on it's fantastic. It's a real good crack. You've got Table Football Monthly, which is a magazine-style show. Long old programme, which isn't actually just Subbuteo. It's all table football from over the years. There is so much content. Apologies to any of the YouTubers if I've left you out. I'm sure I have. The world of Subbuteo goes on. It's on social media. It's played in bars and pubs. There's proper clubs. There's collectors' fairs. I haven't mentioned the fairs. There's an annual fair in Renshaw up north. As we're coming out of COVID now, more and more fairs are popping up. Subbuteo Fest has a fair at it. I believe there's a fair in January this year. If you was to go on the ESA website, go on Facebook in maybe the Subbuteo Passion group, maybe the Subbuteo Revival group, the ESA site on Facebook, they will detail all these fairs. The community is absolutely fantastic. No one judges. It's absolutely brilliant. I strongly recommend going on and checking out all of them channels. Go on to Facebook, search the groups out. Go on Twitter, search Subbuteo. You'll get loads of stuff come on there. There's blogs as well. Subbuteo Online is an absolutely fantastic blog about Subbuteo. Writing about it, new stuff comes out, he's putting it on there. It's absolutely fantastic. And he's actually got a magazine as well, the Hobby magazine, that comes out. We've got new issues of that coming out this year. There's books, although they're in Italian. They're great. They're like catalogues. They've got every single team in. There's a new one of them coming out soon, which I'm waiting to get my hands on. There's books that have been written about it. There's a book, there's a book by the son of the person that invented Subbuteo. There's illustrated histories. There's even computer games of it. It was about a computer game, a real game. So I said at the beginning, there's the problem with it. There is so many ways to get involved in Subbuteo, and there's so many avenues out there. Online, you can paint, you can collect, you can watch, you can enjoy, you can play, you can get down on the carpet and play it, you can play it on a board, you can play whatever rules you want. This game will bring back your youth. And if you're younger and it's past when you was a kid, it can bring you back down to earth, and it can take you away from looking at a computer screen, and it can get you involved playing one-on-one and making new friends as well. So there you are. There's a basic introduction to the world of Subbuteo. I know I didn't really go into the history of Subbuteo. There's other channels you can go to that. I just wanted to get as much information into this video as possible, so it might seem really crammed in and really crammed in fast, but that's what I did. One website I did forget to mention the Bible. It is the real Bible of Subbuteo. Search Peter Upton Subbuteo on Google or Bing if you actually use Bing. I don't think anyone does. I think everyone uses Google. Search Peter Upton Subbuteo. It's got every Subbuteo figure I believe ever made on this. Every accessory. It's got the history of the game. It tells you everything about it, and it is an amazing starting point. It really is. Hopefully this has whet your appetite for a little bit more Subbuteo. I've got loads more coming up in the new year. I'm always unboxing Subbuteo. That's what the channel started as, but I'm always talking about whether it's an unboxing, a review, talking about a new product, talking about another channel, talking about competition, setting up a club. That's an interesting video as well. Trying to tell you the rules. Hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss out on what I'm talking about, because I try to be as early and get the scoop on everything as soon as possible. And I just like talking about Subbuteo because it's pure nostalgic joy. So welcome to Subbuteo. The links of everything I've spoken about are down in the description. I'll see you back here very soon with much more Subbuteo. Welcome to Subbuteo. Welcome back to Subbuteo. Till I see you again, keep on flicking.